Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 7. Day 7 of the Fit in 10 Challenge. 1 week in already. 1 week in, but I will keep reminding you that there is a week's buffer. So technically you're only a few days in. But for the sake of the official schedule, we are 1 week in, which is pretty crazy. All right, so I've had a few questions here. I've actually got numerous questions. I want to tackle a bunch of them tonight. So I'll talk about carbohydrates in particular tomorrow, but tonight we're gonna tackle some questions. So one question was sugar alcohols. How do we deal with sugar alcohols? They are a carbohydrate, apparently. They are a carbohydrate, but they do not affect your blood sugar levels, and they do not act like a starch or a sugar. Okay, well, starches just break down to sugars, but they don't affect your blood sugar levels. But there is still a caloric amount assigned to them. So, and well, now I got to check, because I'm thinking there's 7 calories per gram of sugar alcohol, but there might be 5, and it could depend on the type of sugar alcohol. So either 5 or 7 calories. So there's more calories in a sugar alcohol than there is in a regular carbohydrate, but they do not affect your blood sugar levels. Okay, so while they may not be sugar, there are still calories in them, and they will still digest, and that your body is still getting exposed to calories. So it's not free food. Okay, sugar alcohols are not free food, and like I mentioned, they're a little bit higher in calories. Okay, and I'm gonna look it up actually and get back to you guys. It would make sense that the caloric amount depends on the type of sugar alcohol. So anywhere from 5 to 7 calories per gram. Okay, all right. How do I know how much weight to lift? So you're in the gym. You're gonna do whatever movement it is. Let's say bench press. How do you know how much weight to start with? Well, my rule of thumb is generally speaking, when you do any of these bigger movements, these multi-jointed movements, so movements where when you're doing the exercise, you are there's action at more than one joint during the movement. These obviously incorporate more of your musculature, and they require more of a warm-up. So usually what I usually ask people to do is start with about 50% of their working weight, and then 75% of their working weight, and then 100% of the working weight. And by working weight, I mean the weight that you fail at within the given rep range that I give you. So for example, if you're gonna do 10 reps, your working weight would be the weight that at 10 reps you can't do an 11th rep, okay? The question is, how do I know how much weight that is? Well, I don't know and you don't know, right? So what we have to do is just build our way up and test. So start with a light weight, see how that feels for 10, then add some weight, see how that feels for 10, and then as you get closer to that working weight, you're gonna kind of know, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm getting close to that weight, and then just jot it down, okay? So it's a little bit of trial and error before you start, okay? I could give you some numbers to start with, but of course I will always err on the side of conservatism, to make sure that you feel okay and that you get the movement down and that you don't injure yourself. Okay, so you just have to kind of build your way up and see what you're capable of. Start light and build your way up. Okay, all right, somebody said, you're giving me so much food, how do I eat all of this? All right, so this person in particular has a busy job, and she's dealing with clients on her feet all day. So in this case, it sounds like she doesn't have a lot of time to eat. So you could do bigger meals, so a bigger breakfast and a bigger dinner. I'm assuming you have some sort of break in the day, so you get a bigger lunch. And so for this person, you're probably going to be eating like 500 calorie. If you're having 3 meals a day, I think you're getting around 1,600 calories. So about 500 calories per meal. Okay. So those are pretty big meals for sure, especially when you're eating clean. I mean, if you're sitting down eating a muffin, that's no problem. You're gonna exceed 500 calories, but of course we got to stay within the macros, and we want to be eating good food. So obviously muffins and stuff like that are out of the question. Fast food's out of the question. We got to measure all our food and know for sure. So, but one thing that can help you too is if you are strapped for time is to do shakes in the day. Now, when I say shakes, I don't mean just a powder, but you could use like a protein powder, and then you could put fruit in there as a carbohydrate source. You can even put oatmeal in there as a carbohydrate source, and then like a nut butter, or even like a flaxseed oil in there as a fat source. Okay, and then just have, you know, 1 or 2 of these ready to go. You can easily get, you know, easily 300 calories in a shake. I mean, you can make shakes that are 1,000 calories, but you know, something that's going to be reasonably easy for you to drink. You know, 300 or 400 calorie drink. So, what's an example? Do 1 scoop of Magnum Quattro. That's about 30 grams of protein with a little bit of fat and carbohydrates. So there's 140 calories in that. And if you added, let's say, a banana to that, that's about 100 calories right there, about 25 grams of carbs. Pure carbs in a banana. There's really no fat and protein. So there we're already looking at 240 calories. Then we add, let's say a cup of almond milk. That's another 30 calories. So now we're up to 270 calories. And then let's add in, let's say, 2 tablespoons of, let's go with peanut butter, okay? And how many calories in a tablespoon of peanut butter? So all natural peanut butter. Well, there's 8 grams of fat. Let's do it all together. So two tablespoons, there's 16 grams of fat. So right there, we're already looking at 145 calories, plus a little bit of protein in there too. Yeah, we're looking at about probably 200 calories, or close to. Okay, so let's say 200 calories. So you add 200 calories onto that 270. There's 500 calories right there. And that shake will taste really good. Some chocolate protein powder, banana, and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. It's gonna taste pretty damn good, okay? So there's a quick example for you, okay? Do 2 shakes like this. You know, you've covered a lot of your fat, certainly a lot of your protein. And if anything, probably that would be a little bit low in carbs, so maybe we want to jack up the carbs a bit. Okay. You could put in maybe a little extra banana. You could put oatmeal in there. What else would go well in there? I mean, you could switch it up and use like vanilla protein powder and not do peanut butter. Do like an oil like flaxseed oil, and then put pineapple in there, pineapple and banana, and then you'll jack up your carbohydrates more. Okay. You know, or like I said, do bigger meals in the morning, bigger at night. But I really don't suggest you do that. My suggestion is trying to space it out throughout the day. Shakes are always a great way to go. ISO bars. Okay, ISO bars. I'm going to quickly grab one. I'm going to show you because I have these regularly. So I sell these. These are the best bars on the market. These are the best bars on the market right here. And honestly, there are a lot of bars out there that I could sell. And I could sell for much cheaper. These are expensive bars because they're good bars. ISO bars, okay? 280 calories on average per bar. 7 grams of fat, 34 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, 21 grams of protein. These are a great bar. They are made with all whole food ingredients. There's all real food in this. They're oven baked. 60% of the ingredients in there are certified organic. They're a great bar. Okay, so you can add those to your meals and that will help you significantly. All right, message of the day. Believe, plan, action, and you'll achieve, okay? So you gotta believe, okay? So obviously the first part, you gotta believe that you can do it. And you should believe, because all you have to do is put the things into action and then results will happen. Okay, so there's no reason not to believe. It's just a matter of doing, right? It's like when you get out of your seat and you're gonna go walk to the room, you don't think about whether you can do it or not. You just already know you can do it, right? Because you know that if you take the steps, you're gonna make it to that next room, right? So it's a very, very simple example here. But it's the same thing. If you put the steps in to what you're doing, you will achieve the progress, okay? So you just have to do the steps. That's all you have to do. All right, so believe. Of course, this challenge requires planning, so you gotta plan, all right? And then you gotta put that plan into action, make it happen, fulfill the plan, and then of course you will achieve, all right? So believe, plan, action, and achieve, and you'll be very, very happy. And of course, what sort of envelops this whole message of the day is consistency. You have to be consistent. Okay? Need to be consistent every day, day in, day out. Not off and on. Off and on will frustrate you. Off and on will be a few steps back and a few steps forward, and consequently you'll never really make it anywhere. Okay? Even though you're doing the work some of the time. So don't do that. All right? Okay, I'm over 10 minutes here. I got to wrap this up. Terrible, I know. All right, submit, commit, you guys, and of course, positive thoughts, positive energy. Always give gratitude and never stop believing in yourself, right? Never stop believing in yourself. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Have a wonderful evening. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. for class. All right, we'll talk to you soon. See you guys.